It's 11:47 p.m. You're lying in bed, phone in hand, scrolling past a headline about someone who made $1 million overnight from a stock, crypto trade, or startup exit. For a split second, you feel behind, not because you're doing terribly, but because you didn't catch that big win. The biggest financial damage in your life won't come from missing a massive opportunity. It will come from the tiny decisions you repeat every single day without noticing. If big wins really made people wealthy, why do so many high earners still live paycheck to paycheck? Why do lottery winners statistically go broke within a few years? And why do people who never hit it big quietly end up financially free? If success is your goal and you're ready to level up, make sure you subscribe. Every video is crafted to move you closer to the life you deserve. Let's dive in. Number 1. Choosing boring over brilliant with your first dollars. Your first real money moment feels emotional. That first paycheck, first bonus, or first $1,000 saved feels like proof that you're finally moving forward. Most people believe this is the moment to reward themselves or make a smart, exciting move. But what most people don't realize is that early money doesn't build wealth. It builds identity. When your first instinct is to spend, upgrade, or gamble with money, your brain learns that money exists to disappear. That belief becomes automatic and incredibly hard to undo later. Quietly wealthy people do something that feels almost uncomfortable. They send their first dollars into boring places, index funds, dividend-paying ETFs, retirement portfolios, before it feels meaningful. They're not chasing returns. They're training discipline. A powerful question to ask yourself is simple. If someone watched how I handle small money, would they trust me with big money? That question alone can reshape your financial future. And what's coming next matters even more, because once identity is formed, systems either protect it or destroy it. Number 2. Automating wealth before confidence arrives. Most people believe automation comes after financial confidence. They tell themselves they'll automate investments once they understand the stock market better or once income feels more stable. But confidence doesn't come before systems. Systems create confidence. When investing depends on willpower, emotions get involved. Fear pauses contributions during market corrections. Excitement leads to impulsive stock trading during bull markets. Over time, emotional decisions quietly destroy returns. Investors who automate contributions outperform manual investors consistently, not because they're smarter, but because they avoid emotional timing mistakes. Instead of asking if you're ready to invest, the better question is whether your cash flow is designed to invest by default. That tiny shift can add hundreds of thousands of dollars to your long-term portfolio. And next, we'll look at a decision that feels harmless, but quietly leaks wealth every single month. Number 3. Saying yes to small expenses that never feel dangerous. Nobody destroys their financial future with one big mistake. They do it with dozens of small expenses that never feel worth questioning. A forgotten subscription, convenience spending, premium upgrades justified as not a big deal. Each one feels insignificant. Together, they silently reduce your ability to invest. The real damage isn't the money spent, it's the compound growth that never happens. A $250 monthly leak invested at an average 8% return can grow into more than $450,000 over 30 years. That's nearly $500,000 quietly lost to convenience. Quietly wealthy people aren't obsessed with cutting costs. They're obsessed with protecting future freedom. They understand that every recurring expense competes directly with long-term equity growth. A simple mental shift changes everything. Instead of asking if something is affordable, ask whether future you would thank you for it. That question immediately reveals what's worth keeping and what's stealing from tomorrow. And coming next is a decision that decides whether raises make you richer or just more trapped. Number 4. Increasing investments before increasing lifestyle. Most people treat raises as permission to upgrade life. Bigger homes, nicer cars, more expensive habits. Income rises and so does pressure. Quiet wealth flips this order completely. Raises are first redirected toward ownership, more equity, more ETFs, more dividend income. Lifestyle upgrades come later, funded by assets instead of salary. The truth is uncomfortable but powerful. Income doesn't create wealth. Asset allocation does. Studies tracking long-term net worth show that people who increase their investment rate immediately after raises accumulate dramatically more wealth than those who upgrade lifestyle first, even when incomes are identical. The key question isn't what you can afford today. It's what future income stream this raise is building. When you answer that honestly, financial momentum becomes almost automatic. And next, we'll explore why being bored financially is one of the biggest advantages you can have. Choosing long-term investing over constant stimulation. The stock market quietly rewards patience while loudly rewarding excitement. News headlines, social media finance, and viral stock stories make constant action feel necessary. But activity is not progress. Frequent trading, chasing IPOs, and constantly adjusting portfolios create the illusion of control while quietly reducing returns. Fees, taxes, and poor timing add up fast. Data shows that long-term investors in diversified index funds outperform most active traders by several percentage points annually. Over decades, that difference becomes life-changing. Quietly wealthy investors understand something rare. Boredom is a financial advantage. When your investment strategy feels dull, it's probably working. A powerful reminder from Die with Zero is that money is a tool for life, not a game to win. Tools work best when used calmly, not emotionally. Ask yourself honestly whether your strategy is built to impress others or to quietly compound over time. That answer reveals more than any spreadsheet ever could. Number 6. Holding cash for stability, not opportunity. Most people misunderstand cash. They either see it as wasted potential or cling to it out of fear. Quiet wealth sees cash differently. Cash is emotional insurance. Having sufficient liquidity prevents panic selling during market downturns. It allows you to stay invested when others are forced to exit. That alone protects decades of compound growth. Research shows investors with emergency reserves are far less likely to sell equities during corrections, preserving long-term returns while others lock in losses. Instead of maximizing investment percentages, quietly wealthy people first design emotional stability. They know calm decision-making beats aggressive positioning every time. The real question isn't how much you can invest. It's how much stability you need to invest without fear. Number 7. Measuring progress by net worth, not income. Income is loud. Net worth is honest. Most people track salary, bonuses, and revenue milestones while ignoring the number that actually predicts financial freedom. Net worth shows whether income is turning into assets or disappearing into lifestyle. Quietly wealthy individuals track net worth consistently, even when it feels uncomfortable. Not for ego, but for clarity. Behavioral finance studies show that people who track net worth regularly accumulate more assets over time, even with average income. Awareness alone changes behavior. A confronting but powerful question is this: if income stopped tomorrow, how long would your assets support your life? That answer instantly resets priorities. Now, we'll explore why time, not money, is the most valuable asset you can buy early. Number 8. Buying time before buying status. Status looks expensive but feels rewarding. Time looks boring but multiplies everything. Quiet wealth prioritizes buying time, outsourcing low-value tasks, avoiding unnecessary obligations, and protecting mental energy. This creates space for better decision-making, learning, and strategic investing. The mistake most people make is spending money to look successful instead of spending it to create leverage. But leverage compounds faster than appearances ever could. A key idea discussed in the Almanac of Naval Ravikant is that real wealth grows when income becomes disconnected from hours worked. A simple question clarifies everything. Does this expense give me time or just validation? The answer quietly determines your trajectory. And next is a decision so subtle most people never realize it's affecting them. Number 9. Keeping financial goals private. Sharing goals feels motivating. In reality, it can be damaging. Publicly sharing goals often reduces completion rates. The brain mistakes social validation for progress. Focus shifts from execution to perception. Quiet wealth grows privately, without noise, without comparison, without outside opinions influencing strategy. This isn't secrecy, it's protection. Protecting focus, patience, and long-term thinking from short-term judgment. A powerful question to ask is whether you want to achieve your goal or be seen achieving it. The answer changes how you move. And finally, there's one last decision that determines whether wealth brings peace or pressure. Number 10. Defining enough. before chasing more. Without a definition of enough, wealth becomes endless stress. No number ever satisfies because comparison never stops. Quietly wealthy people define enough early. Then they design investments, portfolios, and income streams to support that life, calmly and deliberately. This creates patience, clarity, and smarter risk management. When you know what you're building toward, every small decision aligns naturally. Ask yourself this deeply personal question. If your investments covered your needs tomorrow, what would you still chase? And why? That answer reveals whether money serves you or controls you. Wealth is not built by luck. It's built by tiny decisions made consistently, quietly, and intentionally. Small choices shape identity. Identity shapes behavior. Behavior compounds into outcomes. In every video, I try to discuss and address the factors that surely improve the chances of your success. If you like this also, subscribe the channel, like and share the wealthy knowledge to your loved ones. Now, if you're curious about 10 reasons why the rich look poor, they try hard for this, that's exactly what I cover in the next video. See you there.